Hello, today I'm back with a versus video. This time I'll be comparing two big names in the world of melodic death metal and two names that I would love to see live someday. Hopefully I'll get a chance, hopefully I'll get an opportunity. I'm sure they're both great live, but the albums that we'll be comparing today are Wages of Sin by Arch Enemy, In Haven by Dark Tranquillity. Their first albums into the 2000s. So with Arch Enemy, this would be their first album with Angela Gossow, while with Dark Tranquillity, this album would basically continue the experimentation that they did, of course, the album before it, Projector. But let's first talk about Wages of Sin by Arch Enemy. So yeah, again, the first album with Angela Gossow on vocals, and yeah, definitely a great choice for sure. I mean, when it comes to the Johan albums, oh man, I'm really only a fan of the Burning Bridges album. I'm still not too big on Stigmata and Black Earth. Both of those albums do have a few songs I do enjoy, but overall I'm not too big on those albums. Still, again, Burning Bridges is the only album that I like from that era, but yeah, they enter the 2000 strong with Wages of Sin, and to this day I still think this is their best album, or at least one of their best. And honestly, when it comes to melodic death metal in general, I think this is definitely one of the best albums in that genre. I mean, so many killer songs, definitely a lot of songs in here that are definitely some of the band's best work in my opinion, including, in my opinion, maybe their best album opener with Enemy Within. Absolutely love that song, definitely one of their best songs in my opinion. But yeah, they definitely deliver the heavy on this album, especially with certain songs, of course, like Heart of Darkness and Dead Bury Their Dead. But they also deliver on the speed factor too, such as in songs like Dead Bury the Dead and The First Deadly Sin. But yeah, I mean, you have some Arch Enemy anthems on here for sure, like Ravenous and Burning Angel, but I definitely have to talk about track number 5, Savage Messiah. This song to me is a top 5 Arch Enemy song. I absolutely love this song. One of the more different sounding songs, one of the more unique sounding songs on the album in my opinion. Definitely a song that really stands out on its own for sure, and I also dig Angela's vocal performance in this song too. I mean, yeah, again, definitely up there as one of their best songs in my opinion. Absolutely love that song. But yeah, if I were to choose which half I like more, probably the first half, but the second half still delivers though. The second half is still great too. I mean, you do have songs like Web of Lies and First Deadly Sin. Shadows and Dust is a solid way to close off the album, but yeah, absolutely love Wages of Sin. Definitely my favorite for sure. But yeah, also in the album you get plenty of killer melodeath riffs, and you can definitely notice that in songs like Burning Angel and Web of Lies. But yeah, definitely my favorite Arch Enemy album for sure. But let's go ahead and talk about Haven by Dark Tranquillity. So yeah, again, as I mentioned earlier, this album does continue the experimentation that they were doing, of course, which started with their previous album, Projector. With Projector, you had the incorporation of more clean vocals, and this time around with this album, you do get more harsh vocals this time around, but you do still get a little bit of clean vocals, such as in the song Empty Your Soul, track number 10. But again, for the most part, you get more harsher vocals, and I definitely dig Michael Staine's vocals. I think he is one of the best vocalists in the world of melodic death metal, and maybe my favorite, or at least he's close up there for me. I mean, definitely a really great frontman in my opinion, but if I were to narrow down some of my favorites on here, The Wonders at Your Feet, definitely one of the fan favorites on the album for sure, and for good reason. You do have your electronic elements on here, and I think they're incorporated into the album just fine. I think they're utilized well, such as in songs like The Wonders at Your Feet and Fabric. The Same is kind of an underrated song. I really like that one. Title track is also great, another one of my favorites. And then of course you have Not Built to Last, which I believe is another one of the more fan favorites off the album too. But yeah, all around, pretty solid album. I wouldn't rank it as my favorite. I don't even know if it would be crack my top 3, but still, either way, it's still a fairly solid Dark Tranquillity album and a strong way to enter the 2000s. I mean, this album is no damage done, but still, again, fairly solid album. And I would say that it is a step up from Projector. I mean, I like Projector, but I definitely think this album is a bit stronger and for me, or at least in my opinion, it has more memorable songs. But again, I do like Projector though. But Haven, definitely a solid album for sure. And Michael Staine, of course, no surprise, definitely delivers a solid vocal performance on this album. I mean, you can definitely notice that in songs like The Wonders at Your Feet, of course, The Same, and Fabric. I mean, Fabric to me is probably one of the band's most underrated songs. Absolutely love that song. Maybe a top, I don't know about top 10, but maybe top 15, top 20 Dark Tranquillity song for me. I mean, again, absolutely love that song a lot, but Haven, definitely another pretty good Dark Tranquillity album. But yeah, those are my thoughts on these albums. If I were to choose which album I like more for this video, I'd probably go with Wages of Sin by Arch Enemy. I mean, absolutely killer album from front to back for sure. And if I were to get a little bit more nitpicky, I'd maybe say Wages of Sin has less filler than Haven, but still, Haven's still a fairly killer album too. But yeah, Wages of Sin, definitely have to go with that album for sure. But anyways, let me know your thoughts. Let me know which album you like more or prefer. Let me know some of your favorite or least favorite songs off these albums, or these albums that you think still hold up to this day, and all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.